Hello everyone. Today I'm going to show you how to make a really simple yet effective homemade antenna, starting with nothing more than a simple charger. Set it aside, gather a few essential tools, and let's get started right away. I just found a small piece of wood, 9.5 centimeters long and 1 centimeter narrower. It's not perfect, a rectangle instead of the square I need. But for now this is the best piece of wood I have. This is the SIM card, the main character for today. I'm going to use its back as a connection board, turning it into the central hub for the project. For now, I just need to secure it with hot glue right at the center of the wooden board, preparing for the next connection steps. For now, I just need to secure it with hot glue right at the center of the wooden board, preparing for the next connection steps. Next, I'll mark the positions carefully. These will be the spots for screws and copper wire connections, forming solid links. I've prepared 4 short pieces of copper wire. After securing 4 screws at the marked points, they form a complete rectangle. I'll start with the first copper wire as an example. One end is wrapped around any screw, while the other end is soldered to the opposite solder blob. The remaining wires will be connected in the same way. If you've watched this far and found it interesting, stay tuned. The next steps will be even more worth your time. And don't forget to support the channel by subscribing and leaving a like. In this step, I'm soldering 4 blobs of solder onto the 4 screw points. Handle the soldering with a steady hand. As long as the solder stays neat and doesn't spill outside, you're good. This is our finished piece. Now I'm moving on to the next step. With these 2 copper wires, I'll shape them into antenna rods, using nothing more than a simple screwdriver. There may be viewers wondering why I bend the antenna rods into a spring shape. Let me explain. By coiling the wire, the effective length of the copper increases significantly without taking up extra space. This extended length allows the antenna to transmit and receive signals more efficiently, since wire length directly affects frequency performance. On top of that, the spring shape adds mechanical flexibility, making the antenna rods less prone to breaking or bending during use. In short, it's a practical choice that balances technical performance with durability. I'll solder both antenna rods onto 2 adjacent points, making sure they're firmly secured and aligned. So we've secured the antenna rods in place. Now it's time to move on to wiring so the signal can be transmitted straight to the TV. I just came across a cable with the phone connector missing, leaving only the USB end. It's actually perfect for this setup. I'll connect the loose wires to the 2 remaining solder points on the screws, while the USB end will plug straight into the charger. Watch closely as I make the wiring connection. So we've just finished building a complete homemade antenna. Now let's test it together and see how well it performs. As you can see, the TV screen is currently showing no signal, since the antenna hasn't been connected yet. First, I'll plug the connector into the TV, and then I'll plug the charger into the power outlet. Look at this, in just about 10 seconds, it's already picking up a signal. This homemade antenna has performed even better than what you and I expected. I'll play around with the TV for a while to see if the signal stays stable. You might not believe it and think I'm faking this. So let me unplug it and plug it back in just to show you. So, everything has been proven clear and reliable. With just a few spare materials at home, we've built a homemade antenna that picks up a stable signal in only a few seconds. This shows that with some creativity and patience, you can make something practical for yourself. Thanks for staying with me from start to finish. If you found this useful and interesting, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to support and not miss upcoming projects.